Welcome back to another lesson. Today we're going to be making a destroyable object that we can simply kill with our weapon. You're going to laugh at how easy this is. Let's actually do it in a matter of less than a minute. We're going to right click on script, create, C# script. I'll call this one crate because I'll be using crates as object I will destroy. Now we have to open up Visual Studio, which is the longest part of this thing. And wait until it boots completely. And here is what we do. We make this inherit from fighter and we override undef to give it something like a destroy game object. And that's it. That's all we need to do to make the crate object. Why exactly is that only it? Well, we're gonna go back and dive into fighter really quickly. We have hit point, we have max hit point. So our crate already has some hit point values. It is also immune for 1 second. We already have all of that. It has a push direction, but since it does not inherit from mover, we never really use that. Worst case scenario, you have the push direction if you want to create some kind of special effect and send it in a direction. You could do that. It's really up to you. You have the hit direction, so something you might want to do in the future. And finally, you have the receive damage. So everything is already there. The only thing we didn't have is the destroy call. And to be completely honest, we could be putting it in here and not even have to worry about putting anything in crate.cs. But we've done it and we created our crate. Now, how do we go about testing this out? It's going to be fairly simple. We're going to spawn the crate. Now, there is 2 crates over here, actually 3 crates that are bound into the tile set, and that's kind of annoying because if we want crates to be destroyable in our game and we put those here that are not destroyable simply because the reason they're not destroyable here is because they are a hole and they are in tile map, so it's gonna be odd to put collider on those and put the crate.cs. By the way, I actually want to go back and remove those from tile map and just spawn some crate on top of it later on, so we'll do that at the end of the episode. But let's actually go ahead and go under artwork, Atlas, find some crate. I'll use crate 0 and create 1. Not create, but crate. I'll just drag these 2 at the same time. Whoops, not in here. So one at a time. Alright. Create 0, create 1. And we will be moving them, say, over here. Give them the interactable layer so we can see them. And I'll make them match as best as I can. Actually, if you hold V on the keyboard while you're dragging over your object, you're going to see you can actually snap on those little points. So we'll snap top left, drag this down here so it snaps on this one as well. Now this whole crate is one object. We're going to create one object, empty game object, and this one's going to be a single crate. Put the origin on 0, 0, 0, then take the 2 crates, put them here. So I have one object that contains these 2 together. I'm also going to make sure I just position them properly at 0, 0, 0. There we go. And then I'll just fix the mess I've done. Go back, just making sure it's clean basically. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. So this goes there. Okay, now I can actually move the single crate using the bigger object, and it's going to move the whole thing as a whole. Right, so what I'll be doing right here is I'll use a box collider 2D again. Make sure this one fits my my need, so I'll go for something like this. And we should be holding the collider properly at this point. What I'm going to do is I'll put that back on 0, 0, make a prefab out of it by drag and dropping this in the prefab folder. And the reason I'm doing this is simply because we'll be reusing crate in the future. In fact, this one is not completed. I forgot to put the crate.cs on it. And also, the layer at the top. Right now we have a crate that's going to do what we want it to do. So if we go here, hit it, it should actually do something. Nope, because it does not have the fighter tag. If we want this crate to receive damage, it has to be under the fighter tag. And now that's fine, we can hit it. The only problem is that, as you can see, we can just go on top of it, which is kind of annoying. So let's go back on our crate, put the tag fighter, and also put the layer on blocking. This way we are not going to be able to run through it, so we're stuck here. And then we're gonna start doing damage to this thing until we hit 10 hit point. And here we are. We're free. 10 hit point might be a little bit overkill for a crate. I'll be putting 2. Or even 1. Like, you can only 1 hit this thing. That could work as well. Really depends on what you like the best. And once that is completed, make sure you hit apply. After cleaning your object, make sure you hit apply. So this applies to your prefab object. Okay. Now, having this completed, where is my player? Oh, it's behind the crate. Okay. Having this completed, I'm going to move these away and actually put crate that are destroyable. So I will be doing that right now, just matching this object, and then let's go ahead and find the other crates. Here they are. So 2 and 3, create an object for that, call it 2 crates. Give it the fighter tag, the blocking layer, and then we're going to drag these 2 guys beneath this object so it becomes the children. And let's put them on the interactable layer. And here we go. So just snap this. Here we go. We have everything we need. Create a CS box collider 2D. And I'm not sure if we want this one to match exactly the last one. We'll see what we can do with this. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually make it match. There we go. Oops, I keep clicking next to it. This is really annoying. Alright, so this one could be a little bit more tough. It can have 3 hit point. And we are then going to save this under the prefab as well. So let's move this on top of these one. Try to be pixel perfect. If you're not, that's not a big deal. And then what I'll do finally is I'll just turn those off for the moment and I'll go on my tile map. Try to get rid of what we had earlier. So which one contains the crate? So design is the one that contains the crate. I'm gonna go right ahead, shift click these things. Oh, sorry, I have to be under design here. Then I will be shift clicking these things. And since we're here, might as well add a little bit of shadow right there. There we go. Looks pretty. Right, we're going to turn on those crates again and same result as before, but this time we can actually go ahead and smack those crates and they disappear. Cool stuff. So we have crates. Let's go ahead and put some in our other map. So let's head over to the scene, dungeon 1. And I'm simply going to be placing some in the middle here so it blocks the way. So the player knows he's going to have to use his weapon. And if he doesn't know, well, we'll have to teach him in some ways. Maybe by putting an NPC that say hit the crates. That could work. What happened? Oh, I still have my brush right here, so I'm gonna make sure I actually close the tile palette. I don't want to be making any modification without really meaning it. So let's place some crate in here. That's fine. We can also put a single crate just below it, and it should still be blocking. We can even give it a small offset. That could work. 2 crates like this. And I just want something that blocks the way, basically, so maybe put another one down there. Well, the player cannot move with these in the way, that's for sure. Now, is that the best placement that looks the best? I don't think so. Maybe something like this could be better. Okay, now let's actually give this a try. So if we go in the game, we head up in the dungeon. We can't move. We have to destroy these crates. There we go. Those are our very first object. We're starting to get a little bit of the gameplay over here. We have the E-Link fountain, the enemy, the chest, and of course the crates. In the next lesson, we're going to have a look at how to create those little animated sprites that are going to be some torches. We can put them around the doors over here, so that's going to let you know that this is a door. That's like a little bit of graphical upgrade we're going to put in here. Okay, So I will see you guys in the next lesson.